Except my STEEZ know what's going on. Yes, Lord, bringing you the game review for the Richmond Tigers versus the Melbourne Demons. And coming into this game, both teams that just had their issues going into the majority of the season, and both teams actually got good wins last week. So both teams coming off good wins, but I will say those wins did take an enormous amount of effort. Kazi Pickett, it took a masterclass for him to be able to, I believe they beat Frio to win that game. And Gold Coast was putting Richmond under the pump, and they lost inside 50s by a decent margin. But Vlosten was able to make a lot of those inside 50s insignificant. So it took a masterclass from him in order to beat the Gold Coast. So coming in, I was very interested in seeing how this game was going to play out, which team was going to be able to get their win streak going. And it was a good balance. It was a good game in the first half. It was definitely looking like you didn't know who was going to win. Richmond probably was playing better, and at the halftime, Melbourne had a little small lead where it looked like Richmond maybe should have. They're making just little mistakes, like dropping marks and stuff like that. But Melbourne was scoring good off the turnovers and post clearance. They were getting the contested possessions in, and Richmond, on the other hand, was scoring from stoppage, and they were having pre-clearance contested possessions, and they were doing good with the ground ball, and it was just interesting, man. Until about the third quarter, bro, and then it seemed like Melbourne just really turned it on, bro, and really the forward pressure, I think, was the difference, especially in this third quarter, bro. Is what separated Melbourne. Just during the game overall, just Jack Viney had a clinic. As far as tackling, I think he had around 15 tackles. And we seen him get up last game. And I think he was a big reason why Melbourne won last week. And I also think this week, given that Melbourne won this game against Richmond, I think he was a big deal. And I wouldn't say he's just the main catalyst for the team, but he definitely has a large influence on whether Melbourne goes far and is able to win games. Also, Max Gawn as well. Max Gawn had a great game. Just continues to show you why he's the best ruckman in the competition. Just so influential and able to lift the midfield and aid the midfield to right positions and put them in dangerous positions in order to score, help them score and help Melbourne and really put pressure on the defense, or even just get them into the right position offensively. But Melbourne had a lot of good players that were looking good, man. Christian Salem had a great game, bro. I want to say he had like 34, 35 possessions, man. Jake Bowie looks great. He looks great down back for Melbourne. He gets them organized. He seems to make the right play. And it was, of course, you always welcoming Stephen May back. You know, he's May back. But you definitely would like him to play and to captain the defense and just to hold shit down, bro. He keeps the structure defensively for Melbourne, and you've seen that whenever he got injured. Yet again, Tom Lynch going to tear and instantly score a goal and really just, make Melbourne have a run for their money. So, but Melbourne aren't the only players that really had great games as well. You've seen the young guns from Richmond have some influence on the game, particularly Luke Traynor. He played great defense. You see him in good positions, and I think he probably had the best game of his career after being a sub last week. And the reasoning was rest, but I don't necessarily agree, but I guess it worked for him because he had his best game, and it's interesting to see. You see Richmond. You can see what they're trying to do. They play good, and they had a hard-fought battle to the end. The third quarter, they did get blown away just a bit, but Richmond tried to make a nice push to come back, scoring. I want to say they had the last 4 goals of the game, and 3 of them coming from intercepts. So it's good to see that Richmond doesn't give up. I still won't forgive them for beating Carlton, but at the end of the day, Richmond is still competitive when they need to be. Well, it looks like they're finding a way into being competitive. They're learning how to play more games fully throughout they're learning how to be competitive throughout the whole game. And you can see that through the last 2 weeks, and hopefully they can just keep that up. But Yeah, Melbourne looking like Melbourne, man. They're starting to look like the team that we wanted to see. It looks like all the distractions that Melbourne seems to have had are kind of subsiding, and then the playing group is starting to play together. And most players are starting to put their best foot forward, man. And Bailey Fritz just sat out last week, and now he came in and had influence on the game as well. He had a nice couple goals. Like I said, Jack Viney's upped his game, and Petrarca's still doing what he does, and Jake Bowie, and Christian Salem, and even the young guns from Melbourne as well, bro. They just look good too. So Melbourne's starting to look like a good balanced side, and Langdon too. Like, you can name so many players that actually played great, had a good game for Melbourne, and I think they deserve to win. So yeah, I don't really have much else for the game, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube shit going live. Got more games. We just started the week, so make sure y'all tune in.